Yes, welcome to the Arsenal Stand, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Mr. Laughter here, guys. It's been wonderful day, and sorry again for being a little bit late, but I thought I planned my. I think the timing was just a little bit weird, but anyway, we're here and lovely day as we discuss, the biggest game of the centuries. I call it the biggest moment of the Arsenal in their entire life. This is where we are going to talk about it. We can do it or we can just automatically go down the drain, but we're going to be hopeful today. We're going to be very hopeful and tactical and understanding every single bit of this game because we guys need to take this game with the scrub of its neck if we are able to, perform to the best of our ability. This PSG team is not an all, it's not a it's not really an easy team. It's going to be very difficult to handle them. But also, we know our strength, we know our capability, we know what we are good at. We have to capitalize on something like that so that at least we make it move on, guys. It's been wonderful, guys, to see you all and being back here and, discussing the game of football as we always know, man. It's been wonderful. But, guys, there are a lot of transfer news, man. Transfer news, transfer news that has been going on in the Premier League, man. I have been talking about this yesterday, concerning Arsenal. Of course, you guys already know Gabriel Jesus is actually being seen by a lot of clubs, and Arsenal has already set the price for them. I actually tweeted this as well. If you go to the Arsenal stand, you will see the tweet as well. Um, there are a lot of clubs, hiring that is Gabriel Jesus, and Arsenal set amount of 20 to 25 million pounds, which for me at this market price with 1 year old, 1 year contract left, is still small, guys. For me, Gabriel Jesus can still go to his club and perform really well, in my opinion. So much as it's like 29 years old, I believe even if Arsenal can sell him even 30 million, guys. Guys, look at Gordon. Gordon today, Barcelona has bought him for 80 million pounds, guys. 80 million euros. Can you believe that? Like Gordon, Anthony Gordon, for 80 mils. This market prices are definitely gone over the moon, guys. It's gone beyond my understanding. If Gordon is being sold at 80, how much should we even sell Gabriel Martinelli? Like, how much should Arsenal sell Gabriel Martinelli if we were to sell him? That just, it just, I don't understand completely, guys. I completely don't understand. But it's market, guys. The way you inflate it, the way you do look at it, the way you do everything, it's just upon how you negotiate. It's all about negotiations, as people say. You pay for what you have, you pay for a particular, thing depending on your negotiation. So those are the greatest news that we have actually got. He's gonna go and do his medical ready today, as Fabrizio Romano said. So Anthony Gordon, for sure, he's already joined. Is a complete, Barcelona player, in my opinion, pending medication. Medical test. Once that is all done, he's a player for Barcelona. Good. I think it's a good business for Newcastle, guys. Very good business for Newcastle. If we can get something like that, even for, any of our players, man, which I doubt there is no player leaving Arsenal for that amount of money, except if something happens. What will actually happen to what is his name, Marcus Rashford, because he went on loan for Barcelona, guys. I don't know why I'm talking about Manchester United, transfers, but transfer news, man. I always love transfer. That's why, I'm starting with it. There is a bit of a news that has just come out from Talksport. From Goal today, right about like an hour ago, saying Barcelona are preparing a fresh talks with Manchester United over a permanent deal for Marcus Rashford after agreeing a personal term. So that means Rashford also is gonna, um, definitely go to Barcelona. And how many players would Barcelona have? Like wingers, they have Yamal there, they have Rafinha there. They're again getting Gordon, and then also still signing, Marcus Rashford on. permanent. Man, Barcelona is going to be kicking it, guys. I think they're getting ready for next season. They know for sure they need certain things, to improve their team. Last season they didn't do so well. So yeah, I think they're doing a great job. They're doing their business very early, which is what I expect Arsenal as well to go on. On the Arsenal side, guys, we know Arsenal has been pursuing that is Morgan Rogers, and reporters said Mikel Arteta is still on the radar and is still wanting to sign. That is Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa, and the fee is still within 80 million euros to 100 million, euros between that. But Mikel Arteta, they said he's the one leading the pursuit for this particular player. Which for me, I mean, if there is no other, midfielder or winger we are going for, I would rather get Morgan Rogers. He's such a good player for the Premier League. He played in the Premier League. He knows every single thing about it. So for me, I would definitely keep eyeing for Morgan, to be there for us. And if we can purchase him and get him at a fairly, I would say 60, 70, that's not bad. If you see Gordon going at 60 million pounds, guys, it's actually, I mean, it's too much for him, man. I wouldn't pay that much for Gordon, in my opinion. But actually, Arsenal, if we can go and get Morgan Rogers for that, I mean, it's gonna be magnificent for us. For the Arsenal, and another good news that we have here for the Arsenal. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Big up to you, Jew 25-6. So another thing is that we have, Juran Timber today train, and also he has been included in the Holland squad. So definitely he is going to be able to maybe participate in this, Champions League finals. And we don't know how fit he is, but the reporter said that he trained yesterday in the Arsenal, and maybe he's feeling much better. We don't know the percentage of his fitness and stuff like that. So if Juran Timber returns, man, this is gonna be massive. It's gonna be exciting for me, man. I couldn't think of this, man. Number two, we need a real number two. Our fullback has to be Juran Timber for this game, man. I am praying every single day. If this guy can return, this is going to be a very important moment in our career, man. And if we are even to have a chance to beat PSG, definitely I would love to have Juran Timber in the squad, guys. He trained yesterday, and hopefully he will stay fit. Even if I think, guys, I have a question here now. Would you play Juran Timber, even if he's 85%, or would you still stick with Mosquera, man? Because I don't want to play even Timber if he's not fit, guys. Because, Varyscala might destroy him if he's not fit. He hasn't played for almost 2-3 months, guys. We need to have a very good fullback, man. I don't want us to, play Zubimendi in right back like he did against Crystal Palace. I don't want us to play Declan Rice in right back. I want, at least, if there is no right back that is gonna play, I would rather play Mosquera there. So yeah, but the report is saying he trained today, and it's been wonderful, really, to see him back in training and having his moment as a player as well. So it's been that's actually basically best news that I can see here. Tonali as well is still, on the radar for the Arsenal, Manchester United, and everybody's talking about it as well. We don't know where he's gonna go, but there's nothing serious about Tonali, in my opinion. So hopefully things will be, clear, as just, as you guys watch the interview with the overlap. Just Kroenke said, yeah, they're still looking. They already prepared everything for the summer. They're gonna be getting ready to get players in, and I hope they're backing Mikel Arteta. They know this season has already started. Once you start winning, you have to maintain that momentum. The one thing that I got from their message is they want to maintain the level of Arsenal at a certain per where, like, we don't go down. We don't really just shy down and relax. Since we have a good squad, we have to start spending more, building the team whenever we need. There's some other areas in the squad that needs to be built. There's some other players that needs to be moved on, and that would definitely help us, to be at that par with the other team. Because if you have won the Premier League and you relax and don't really improve on the squad, man, you are going to be definitely, taken away from your position. And Arsenal has built a very good squad, in my opinion. We just need to add a few things, in the wing, in the midfield, and maybe potentially Krupi. Also, the reporter said, Arsenal is looking into that as well. And I would love to have Krupi, man. He is such a young, talented player. I would love to have him in the Arsenal, squad and build that family because as a young striker and you have Gyökeres still there, that would be absolutely a very good signing for me. A young striker, coming in and playing sometimes, as Gyökeres will still lead the line. Kai Havertz will still be there. We still also have our main guy that is, Mikel Merino still trying to play around as well, sometimes in the midfield, sometimes in the striking line. So we will have options. And guys, I said if Arsenal win the Champions League, which we are going to talk about the Champions League game today, and we will discuss a lot of things. I have so many things, so much in my preparation, so we can look at the game into detail and discuss maybe some of the battles that I see in this match, some of the things that I feel if Mikel really employs them well in the team, play with strength and energy, with forward passing, we would be able to counter PSG, and also defensively as we have been so good in Champions League. Basically, I think if we counteract this, attacking phase of PSG and bring in our game, we will be in good shape. Guys, let me get to your comments real quick here before I, move on as well. Thank you so much for joining, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and be part of the Arsenal Stand. As always, we bring you latest news and, discussing one few things. I see is Shady 11 is saying, I know my I know any decent player at Prem would look in any other leagues, but 80 mils for Gordon is just too much. Man, yeah, I think that is absolutely breathtaking for me. Paying 80 millions for Gordon. Of course, Arsenal wanted Gordon at some point. For me, I never really wanted that guy near our club. And I think Barcelona's done the greatest thing I would appreciate. Gordon, let him go try it. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's such a good player, of course. But the way he plays, I don't think he suits even Arsenal in any way. And he's not a Mikel Arteta play. So I think Flicks maybe like him. So I'm glad he's going, man. I'm glad he's going. But that 80 meals, man, is too much. There's even add-ons, guys. It's gonna be too much. Even it's going to be more than 80 meals. So that is absolutely, I would say robbing, robbing Newcastle from their money, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Jew2359. Big up to you, man. Absolute legend. What do you think of Morgan Rogers? I think we need the type of player I am excited for Saturday, man. You are absolutely, I mean, amazing, man. Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers is a player, man. He is a player. I think he's a baller. He's a ball carrier. I appreciate if Mikel wants to get him, he will automatically transform. The good thing is he plays, in different positions. He plays, in the left hand side. Sometimes he plays in the central. He plays. He can even play as a false nine. He can even play as a 10. So the good thing he is just very, very, um, versatile. That was Mikel always won. The one thing I know about Mikel is he wants to get players that are versatile, where they can play in this position, play in the other position. When we have problems here, they can pop into play in certain places, which is a very very good attribute that Mikel loves. Every player that Mikel tries to get, at least he wants them to play in various positions. Versatility is what Mikel loves the most, in my opinion, which Morgan Rogers provides it. He has played for England of recent. He has played for Aston Villa. He won even Europa Cup. So he is a winner as well. The one thing I like about him, he's a player. He shows himself on pitch. He doesn't hide away from games. He doesn't take away every. He's a hard worker, which is great. I would love him to be at Arsenal, in my opinion. So I love that signing, man. I love that signing. I would play Timber. It's the final. We need to play the best of the best. Man, the only thing is if you play Timber and he is not fit, and Buckler and Dwyer and Killer get on him and he can't cope with the speed, man. That is my only worry because otherwise you might have to change Timber right about. And the other thing, if he's not 100% fit, you know, if he's not 100% fit, how can we really, keep him, you know, how can I even say, how can we make sure that even if he's coming to play, at least he's about probably 80 or maybe 95% fit and he can struggle. The only thing is that would mean our winger would have to come help him every second, which is the style that I think might actually help us a lot. Of course, Bukayo Saka would have to come and defend and help, Timber as much as possible. And I mean, I would definitely play Timber because he's still our best, he's still our best player and a right back. And Mosquera is great, but I don't know if he can cope with Varaskelia or Due or whoever plays in that side of the pitch. Man, it's going to be super super difficult. That's the only worry I have for this game. Is in my opinion, the other part of the pitch, man. I'm not really concerned. I think we are the best team in defending, and as long as we can keep Varaskelia quiet because he is the engine, guys. Vitinha is a good guy, man, but I think Varaskelia is the engine for PSG. He is the one who starts the run. He is the one who makes things happen. He's the one who, play around and then curve and hit the goal. He is absolutely the best player for PSG. I think Dembele is put up there because he scores goal, but I think the main guy for PSG, every driving thing that you see, every win, every game is all Varys Killer that injured. Actually, Varys Killer has taken PSG to the finals, in my opinion. And the only way to keep PSG probably quiet a little bit is to just double up on Varaskelia. If we can double up on him every time he has the ball, that is going to be our access point to at least kind of, bring PSG to our level. Like the other second thing that I want to talk about is, Arsenal do not have to play PSG football. If we make the mistake of playing PSG game where we run, we want to go end to end attack like the way Bayern Munich played at their place, we are going to be absolutely armored. We will be absolutely armored with no regrets because I don't want us to play the style of football that PSG play. If Mikel could actually defend and play on counterattacks, that is, I know people will say, Arsenal is going to be, defending and boring and stuff. I want this game to be the most boring finals ever, and Arsenal will win. If we need to, if we need to bring the game down to the level where PSG does not run, we waste a lot of time, get the ball slow, play our slowest football ever. Because we know PSG, if you give them the pace to run, we are going to be absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. That's how I look at it, guys. I don't know what your thought is, but for me, if I want to win this game, I think Mikel has to play the worst finals of his life. Never give any single chance to PSG to even try to run. Don't give the chance to any of the PSG players to run with the ball. Keep them, even if you have to be man to man, I would really go for that just because of the quality that they have. If we leave any single space, we have to be super tight in every single angle of the game. Absolutely super tight. That is just my thought because if PSG have the space, if they find any single space in the midfield, single space in the wing, we are going to be in trouble. I know we played against PSG last season in the semifinals, and it was Akimi. It was Donnarumma. We had chances that we could have scored. The other thing is about chances. We need to take our chances, guys. Arsenal, if they want to win this game, we need to take our chances. We cannot afford to get our chances on goal and not score them because PSG will score theirs. We are playing with the most prolific wingers, the most prolific strikers that we see in the Champions League. And if we get even a single chance, we have to take them. We have to take every single chances that will arrive in our box. That is one way that we can win this. And the prime is if we score first, that is going to be a bonus. If we score first, absolutely that will be a bonus for us. But if PSG score first, man, it's going to be a big mountain for us to climb on. Because I know we would actually change the game and want to now go and attack. And that means PSG will take the advantage that we want to score goals. And then we will leave our back very, very open. Maybe the central midfield very open, and it's going to ruin our game. I would rather defend first half, finish the 0-0 for me. If we can create chances in the first half, we rather defend and keep it 0-0 and then get to the second half and try to nick something out. I don't want us to go toe to toe with PSG. That would be my game plan. Some of you are gonna say, "Oh man, you're gonna be defending. It's gonna be the most boring game." Of course, it has to because the attack that they have is not even close to our attack. Let me see the comments here. Real quick here. I will be. He'll be so rusty. Of course, you mean Timber. Yeah, he will. Of course, that's why Mosquera has to play. Yeah, I think it does make sense for Mosquera to start unless if he also gets. He's also sometimes he's so bad. With these tackles, he might get a red card or yellow card very easily and quickly, and that might ruin our game. But if he doesn't, then I would definitely play him. But two English teams already won the Champions League. Of course, congratulations to Crystal Palace, man. They won. Olivier Glasner, man, that is an absolute manager, man. He is leaving Crystal Palace, but he has won three trophies actually with Crystal Palace. He is. I don't know why he's even leaving. I don't. He should have just stayed, man. He's doing so with all the players that Crystal Palace sold, man. If you look at it, man, guys, this guy is an absolute genius, man. He is super, super talented. I mean, he's such a good manager, winning, FA Cup, winning Community Shield, now winning, you have a Conference League. He's a lead manager. I don't know why none of the Premier League managers are getting him. I wish maybe, some other good teams would take him, but he said he wanted to go and take a rest and rest with his family or so. So wait till Albert misses three big chances, man. Shady, man. Shady, don't talk about that, man. I'm going to build my lineup. Absolutely. In my view, Mikael might ironically start for you, the donkey. He might start for you, the donkey, on up top, which is going to be frustrating, man. It's going to be frustrating. I hope he doesn't start the donkey up top. I know we play well with Kai Evers sometimes in up front, but for this game, I need Gyökeres to bully PSG defenders. I want Gyökeres to be just up top there, bullying all the defenders. That is why I think starting Gyökeres in this game might be absolutely the best decision that Mikel can ever start with. If we start Kai, man, I think we're in for a long night, guys. We would be in for a very, very long night. That's how I look at it. It might be the longest night, you know. But as I've seen Mikel, man, Mikel loves the donkey, loves Kai Evers so, so much. And he might even start him. He might start him, which is I don't know, guys. What would be your lineup, guys? I know we haven't really talked about everything yet, but like, what would be your ideal lineup for this particular game? What would you predicted, starting 11? Just build it there, and I see it, man. I don't. For me, if I'm to think about this game, like I said, I want this game to be stinky. I want it to be super difficult for PSG to even have a rhythm. I want this game to be almost interrupted every single second. I want this game to be like Arsenal stinking all over the place and not giving the rhythm to the game so that we can absolutely disorganize PSG and have our chances and have our game the way we want it. I don't want us to play PSG football. For us to win this game, we don't have to play PSG football. Because if we give that chance to play PSG football, guys, it's going to be a long night. Absolutely will be a long night. But I don't know, guys. I don't really know. But we will talk about it and see. We will see what to do, man. Because I think no matter what happened, we have to find a winner for this game. I am absolutely nervous. I'm very, very nervous. I wasn't actually nervous before I started talking about it, but if I look at this squad, if I look at PSG players, if I look at, I know our record in defense is super great. In the Champions League, we haven't lost any game. Our defense has been super, super important. Now I have this. Let me see what this shading is saying. SA or Odegaard is a big headache. I mean, I know that. That's something I'm gonna talk about as well. If we want to have Odegaard start or we want to have Isaac start. Eze for me is a moment guy. And if we want to have the moment in the second half, I would rather play Odegaard starting and then have Eze bring in, come in to just maybe give us that moment in case we're losing 1-0. In case we need more extra goal. I'm okay with starting Odegaard, man, because his pressing is great. He might play well. He's fit. I think winning the Premier League should give us more, desire to go for this game and win it. You know, I think there's no pressure in this game. Of course, we have history in our back, which is, so deep, and we are playing for just not, Arsenal club as well. We are playing for people, who have lost the final in 2006. There are a lot of heavy, heavy things behind this game that are fans like us who only that game for 2006. Of course, I watched it. It was devastating, to see Jens Lehmann get that red card and and losing to Barcelona. This would be a good moment for us to at least get this trophy in our cabinet. We are the only biggest team in the entire Europe that has not won the Champions League. There is a lot of stories behind this game that I would be over the moon if we win it, guys. I would be absolutely over the moon for us to just get this trophy in our cabinet. It would mean history and history after histories, It would mean a lot for us in every angle of, situations that we have in hand. Of course, PSG, they're superior. They are, we are the underdog, we are not going to be, the top. Uh, I mean, people think, we PSG is superior, of course. They have won it. They have been there. They have played champions, they are defending champions, and we have won nothing completely in the Champions League. But sometimes history doesn't really support every single game. This is a one-time game. This is a Champions League. We have to go for it. We have to definitely, take our chances, like I said, and play our game. Bring every single, energy, momentum, courage, hope, and everything that you have as a team and put it on the line and do your best and pray for the best. Of course, luck sometimes comes. In football, you cannot say there is no luck. Let's make our own luck and keep it moving. That is what I think, my guys, because it's gonna be tough. It will be a tough, tough game. But also, we have to be hopeful. We have to, see what Arsenal has done in the recent seasons, and we have been near, going to the semifinals, going to the, quarterfinals, and building. And we haven't conceded so many goals. That's the confidence that I have. We haven't really conceded so many goals in, in the Champions League, and our record there is still, still very clear. Speaks for itself. We haven't been beaten, and how wonderful would it be for us to win the Champions League unbeaten? We would not be the first team to do it, but it would be absolutely amazing to see our team with a double. I would love to have a double, as Laka always say. We are still in for the double. We wanted to win a treble, but Tottenham Hotspur failed us. Now we are in for the double. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. Let's these players show us, these players, show us that they're still there for us. They're capable of winning things. We have built a very, very good team. Of course, we are yet to build more in the next few years. As Josh said, he is going to support Mikel Arteta and give us the money to spend and get the right players in. It's not just about bringing players. We have to bring the right players in at least to help us, to move to the next step. And it's amazing to see. Good to see you, Alex, man. Um, Odegaard starts, he is the captain, and Eze isn't great when we are defending. Yeah, I think you're very, very correct. For me, I would start Odegaard. Of course, I would start Odegaard for me in this game. I know other people would say, no, start Eze. He's such a good player. Of course, Eze would be good to start, but, for me, if we want to defend and have pressure and put more pressure on PSG, I think, the link up between Odegaard and Saka might be helpful. Of course, Trossard will start and in this game and probably have, for me, I would start the midfield that Luis Kelly will be in, Declan Rice will be in, and then Odegaard. That would be my midfield. And the defense, of course, Mosquera. If Timber is not there, Mosquera, and the same one, Gabriel and Saliba, and of course, Nkape. For me, I would start Nkape ahead of Calafiori. If I'm to bring Calafiori, I would bring him in later on, but not starting him in this particular match. And then up front as well. So that would be my lineup. Mosquera, Saliba, Nkape. And Gabriel Magalhaes. That is my defense. And in the midfield, Luis Kelly. I would have Declan Rice and Odegaard. And then half front, of course, I will have, Trossard. I will have Gyökeres, and I will have Bukayo Saka. That would be my starting 11. Those three, four, up front should be able to at least to trouble PSG enough. And if we see that in the first half we need some changes. Of course, we will still bring in Martinelli is fast. You might go over and try to get us something. Maybe we will bring in, Eze in. You probably at some point if we need, and also bring in some of, maybe Havertz come in at some point for Gyökeres. So that would be great. But depending on it, I think if we can finish the game in 90 minutes, that would be perfect for me. But if we go to extra time, we have to see how the game is going, though, so that we can see. You don't have to take all your best players in case we go to penalty. Of course, I know they might have practiced penalty as well in case it finishes 0-0, but I don't think this game is going to go to extra time with the way I see it. Unless, every team is fearing each other, they're not going to go for it, then it might go to extra time. But I'm looking into this game as being a 90-minute game other than extra time one. Good evening, man. How are you? I'm good, man. Alex, good to see you, man. I hope you're all well. Let's become the unforgettables, man. I hope, man. That is our prayer, man. That is our prayer, Shade. I hope we become the team that everyone will remember, and of course, all those players would have to be statute, they have to put all their statute outside. Maybe if not, then they have to put like a big board or name maybe one stand since they're going to improve um the park. Maybe they can actually, as they improve the Emirates, they will give one stand in the name of, Mikel and team 2020, 2025, 2026. That would be amazing for that group of players to win Champions League for the first time in our history, man. That's why I said history will be made this very weekend if we do our best job, man. That is what I'm praying for. Absolutely, it will be amazing. Feels so long since we last played at home, you mean? I do think how United fans enjoyed playing once in 2 weeks. Oh, I mean, man, don't worry. PSG has rested for 2 solid weeks, man. They had a friendly. I think they said they had a friendly, but Dembele didn't play. Kimi didn't play in it. So, I mean, don't worry, man. Saturday will be the day where you will see it. Arsenal needed some rest, man. We have been playing so many games this season. And I think some of these players need more rest, man. We need more rest, in my opinion. More like the unforgettables. I mean, we can have. What do you say, Alex? Here. So, are you guys going to get Tonali? I mean, we don't know. I mean, Manchester United is pursuing them, and Arsenal too. But there's nothing really new. Let me check here on my Twitter. There's nothing really new on Tonali that I've seen other than just, you know, this is like, man, this is saying which player would you want? No, this is not even about Tonali. There was something about Tonali today. I don't see anything about Tonali in here, but that was yesterday because the it was Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea were the ones vying for Tonali. But I don't know. There's no more news for it about Tonali today, from my end that I see here. Which is great, man. But we have one game left. Arsenal is the only team now left to complete English, English European domination because, as you know, what is it? Aston Villa won the Europa Cup. Crystal Palace already won the Conference League. Now it's on to the Arsenal, at least to give their best and win something as well. So that would mean all the big top trophies in Europe would have been won by English teams, which is going to be interesting. I hope we do that, and that would be amazing. As you know, English clubs spend a lot of money. They have so much money, man. English teams are the ones who are really, really on top. They deserve to actually be in that spot. Getting every team in Europe and performing to the level where you think they will be. Amazing. So. I think, yeah, if Arsenal can make it, that would be absolutely amazing for all of us. So I hope Timber returns, man. That's my only worry. I hope Timber returns. Man United buying Edison, not Tonali. Oh yeah, I think they heard. I mean, they're saying they're buying him, but reports can come anytime. Breaking news always comes every time. Tonali was still on their radar as well yesterday, but this news comes on every single time. I have notification here sometimes, but I haven't heard anything about Tonali. Like I said yesterday, Ederson deal they said is already done. I think he might join Manchester United, so that would be good for them. That would be good for them. Um, let's see. I thought you guys became the front runners for uh Dina Dinali. Didn't he say that he wanted Arsenal? No, Tonali, I mean, I don't think he said he wanted Arsenal. It's just Andrea Botti is the one who wants to bring him since he's a fellow Italian. I mean, Tonali might be good for Arsenal. I don't know if he's going to bring us much. I know he has some qualities that maybe our midfield doesn't have, which would be good really to have him in. I like that he can shoot from distance. I like that he is strong, he's tall, and he can play maybe together with Declan Rice. Uh, and he's a good player. If we can get him, that would be great. But at least if we can have, if we are selling no good, if we are letting him go, of course we need to bring in another defensive midfielder, in my opinion. And it's a different type to Declan Rice and also Zubimendi. So maybe we can move Zubimendi up front and play Declan Rice and Tonali, in the double pivot that Mikel loves to play every single time. So that's what I think. But I mean, wherever they get, I will actually accept. I know they have the best, manager there, and just said they have already talked about who is to bring in and which positions they want to field in and bring in new players. So it would be great to see, man. It would be wonderful to see what they think and who they really, really want to bring. I don't really mind whoever they bring as long as it's good money. I don't want us to spend so much money on something that for sure might be too much, in my opinion. But all in all, I think Tonali would be good. I wouldn't complain to have him at Arsenal anyway. But let me know what you think. Rogers, Krupi, Tonali, Livramento, Yale. I mean, Tell, yeah, of course, hell yeah. I think that would be absolutely a wonderful window for me. If we have Krupi, Rogers, Tonali, and Livramento, of course, Livramento is already an Arsenal player. It's just a matter of confirming. It's almost done from what I know. So we already have him. So if we can get Krupi, just because we need another striker, which Gabriel Jesus, of course, is gonna leave. From the report that I gave you earlier on, there are a lot of clubs looking for him in Brazil, in Italy. They will have to pay 20, 25 million euros for him, and he will be able to go. So that is good. That means we can bring in Krupi. He is a very, very good player, man. A very good striker and talented striker, of course. If we bring him in, it would be wonderful, man. It would be wonderful. The good thing is Gyökeres, he's aging, and he's there. You can learn from him as well. He can come on at some point in the Premier League or even Champions League. He is a good striker. So I need Arsenal to get at least a younger striker. Uh, that can learn from Gyökeres, as we still keep Gyökeres as the main striker. I don't want us to get Alvarez, because Alvarez and Gyökeres might be two good strikers, and playing them together, I don't think Mikel has any idea of playing those two together if we are to get Alvarez. Don't get me wrong, Alvarez would be good, but he wants to go to Barcelona. So from what I know, but if we can get, those players in, the ones that I think might learn, like Krupi is still young. Tonali, of course, he will fit in our midfield. Rogers, of course, he's such a good, player. We can play him in the wing. We can play him also centrally if, we get injured. Like I said, Arsenal has a lot of injuries in so many, every season, man, we fight injuries. So it's better to have so many players than just, um, trying to fight with the few players that guys. Like the stream, guys. I see on a few streams yet, I mean few likes still going on, but let's like the stream, guys, and also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet as well. Now there is some stats here that I wanted to share with you guys. Now it is a head-to-head that you have put in their website, and I like him, and congratulations to this guy, of course. So they gave us a head-to-head. Let me put this back out here. Take that off. Yeah, take that off. So, of course, we have congratulations to Oliver, Glasner, of course, there. I don't know why I have that there, but this is something that I wanted to talk about, guys. We see David Raya. This is the final 8-8 for the goalkeepers. People, I mean, we know Donnarumma is not there anymore. So this guy, even I don't even know his name actually. What is his name? Uh, he has his name down there. So this is the new PSG goalkeeper. If you look at 8-8 matches that they played, I think this is on the maybe Champions League probably. So Riot's played 13, and this guy has played on 10. And you look at the goals against. Raya has gotten only 4 goals, and PSG has conceded 12. That gives me hope that at least he concedes. Okay, that gives me hope, guys, because he is conceding goals, which means we are capable of scoring at least some few goals. Raya has conceded only 4 goals this season in the Champions League. Now, when you look at the XG against 10.7, and you look at the XG against that guy, it's like 13.5, which is a big margin for us. So, and you look at shots saved 33 and 32. That means Raya saves more, of course, and we have save percentage, which is 73 and 89. So Raya is still a better goalkeeper compared to this Simeon or Scaman or whatever name he has there. And then when you look at the cross, claim that he has done, Raya, of course, is the best at cross claim for me. In my opinion, he's the best goalkeeper in claiming crosses, which is 17 compared to PSG goalkeeper with 10. Now, this gives me hope, guys. The reason why I'm looking at this is because last season when we played PSG, it was Donnarumma in the goal, and the way he nullified every single shots that we had. We should have won some of the games. I think the first leg we should have won. We had so many shots, but Donnarumma was the main guy who actually denied us to even score goals. So when I look at these stats for this goalkeeper, I think if we can go and attack also and try to take our chances, this goalkeeper can really, really give us some goals. That's why I'm looking at this because Raya is going to be very, very busy on Saturday, of course, when he's gonna save shots from Due, gonna save shots from Bakala, even Paris Killer. He has to be the busiest guy. For me, if we have to win this game, we might be winning because Raya had saved us many times. And if we can take our chances against this keeper, he's not so great. He has conceded 12 goals this season. That is a very, very good point for us to exploit. We have to exploit this moment, in my opinion, to at least go on and win something. Um, that's with the goalkeepers that I see, man. And there's also others that they have here for Deccan Rice and Bertinha here as well. We know 12 matches played, Bertinha has played 16. Of course, passes for Bertinha has been over the moon, man. 1,736 touches and Deccan Rice on 786. So that tells you the difference. Passes and attempts that is 652 when you have 1,553. So Vitinha has been really, really important for PSG as well in the matches that they played. Of course, Arsenal, some games they don't really play possessive football and they control, of course, but Deccan Rice hasn't been on the game as well. But what I like again is the passes 93, 91. That's a good percentage. And also, chances created 23, 23. That is perfect. And assists, Declan Rice has given more assists compared to Vitinha. And the goals, of course, Declan Rice this season has scored on a one and he has scored six. So, and the success we have, deals, which Declan Rice is really, really good at it. He has got 52%, and he's Vitinha has 47%. Those are some stats that I wanted really, really you guys to see. And it's wonderful, man. It's good to see things like this, just to give us, opinion and an head-to-head standing for some of these guys. But let me know your thoughts, guys, if this is gonna be helpful or not. But I just wanted to give it out to you guys there. We're saying Killian to us. No, no, we don't need Killian. No, we don't want Killian completely. Nothing. I feel like Mbappe in Arsenal will work perfectly. No, 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 no. Rishan, no, no, don't even get me started on that. No, 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 not for me. Not for me. The reason why I don't like Killian is he has so much ego. His ego is super, super high, and he doesn't have respect. Killian doesn't have respect for Alonso, and you could see completely in the game. There's a game they played in the Champions League when they were, knocked out. The way Kylian responded to Alonso, that shows me like he is just absolutely mental. Like you can't treat your manager like that. Your manager is telling you to go and clap for the fans. He says, "No, we cannot do that." That kind of behavior, I don't think Mikel would love it. No. As long as Arsenal is building a very, very good team, I don't think we need to get players that can ruin the family style that Arsenal has created. Every player at Arsenal says, "Oh, we work like a family. We do things like a family." And I don't want somebody who has so much ego to come and ruin what we have built together. So for Kylian, no, no, not for me. Not for me. I would rather get Yildiz maybe, or get Bariscalia, or get Vitinha, or get maybe Vinicius Junior, or even Bellingham. If they're selling Bellingham, I would rather get him other than not for me. Kylian, no, unless if it's gonna change, if Mikel can change him. But sometimes you are who you are. Sometimes changing you is so difficult. So that's what I think. I mean, but anyway, looking back at the games, guys, how can we approach this game, guys? How can we beat PSG as the underdogs? As guys who we know for sure we're going there, and some people have already written us off. Some people have said, PSG will automatically dominate Arsenal and beat them 4-3-0. How can we approach this game to be on top and win it? For me, the key is to just be as good as possible in our defense. If we can keep our defense very, very intact and be strong, because that's our biggest strength. If we can keep our defense so tight, like I said, play the slowest game you have ever played in your life. That would be absolutely amazing. And keep the main guy, Varaskelia, quiet. Let's not allow them to play their football. Let's not get into the way they play. Play the Arsenal football, but not PSG football. If we want to win this, we have to play the PSG football. And I mean Arsenal football. That's our only chance. We are capable of winning, and I'm 95% thinking that we can win this game if we turn up. If we turn up with the best version of ourselves, the best Arsenal of this season, PSG is going to have it very, very difficult to play against us. We have played PSG for, I think, 3, 4 games now. And all the 3, 4 games we won one at the Emirates, of course. You guys remember that? They beat us, was it 2-1 or 2-0 in over the two legs in the semifinals? But they haven't beaten us with all the attacks that they have. They have not beaten us even more. They have not scored more than 3 goals against us. And I have a feeling that this game might even be like 1-0 or even maybe 2-1 win. It would be either Arsenal or PSG winning. But for me, if I'm to predict this game, I think it might end up 1-1. We go for extra time, you know, and somebody scores. Probably Arsenal will score. Maybe Kaya Bus or maybe Mikel Merino would come and give us the winning goal. Like Ian Wright was saying, he sees that maybe Mikel Merino is a Mikel Merino is so good at popping in with goals at moments where you don't expect him to. So definitely, I would bring him on at some point, depending on how the game is going. And I want us just to turn up. Arsenal needs to turn up and be the best version of themselves to have even a chance to win this game. Because if we don't turn up, guys, it's going to be a long night. It will be absolutely a long night. Because PSG is not a joking subject. PSG is not going to just lay down there and say, Arsenal, come and do your job, play your best game, and we're just going to shy down. We have to bring the best version of ourselves. We have to play the best football that we have ever played in our lives because we have to make this history forever and never. We have to win this double to gain the respect of the world. Like I said, if we win these 2 trophies, guys, this world is going to be jumping, dancing, earthquake, complete earthquake all over the world. It's going to be the most craziest joy celebration the world might ever see. Because winning the Champions League after 20 years of trying, guys. How old was I when we played 2006? So maybe I was like probably 10 or 11 or 12, whatever age I was. And since then, guys, this is a history making moment. My only request to these players is please stand up. Please stand up. Our discipline has been very, very top notch. We haven't had any yellow card or red card in our entire season. Let's not do something different and get a red card in this final. I hope we keep our discipline on top and just finish the game 11 out of 11. I don't want any, we shouldn't give any chance to the referee to even make any decision against us. We have to be on top of our game. We have to play this game with urgency, with professionalism, and playing with desire, faith, belief in ourselves that we can do it against the defending champions. Of course, PSG believes in themselves. Why not us to believe in ourselves too? We should be capable of beating PSG if we turn up. These are moments where if you are a football player, you live for these kind of moments. You are born for this kind of moments as a player. And yeah, absolutely, we need to do that. Alex is saying, Arsenal. That was your question. Fans have a huge ego you guys would you guys would do perfectly with him. Um, what are you meaning? What should be the lineup? I mean, Risan, I already gave my lineup. I think, luckily, I mean, for me, I would, like I said, I would start the regular defensive guys, in Capia, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Saliba and Mosquera. If Timber is not there, midfield would still be, Declan Rice, Miles Lewis Kelly, Odegaard for me, and then up front will be Trossard, Gyökeres, and Bukayo Saka. That would be my starting lineup for of that's how I want it to be. Drisan is saying here 2-1 to the Arsenal. That would be absolutely amazing, guys. 2-1, of course, that would be great. For me, that's my score too. I might go for a 2-1 as well. Um what is it? Hammam PSG, please. Um Mom PSG, please save the world from us. Alex, now PSG has become your mom. Come on, PSG, silence Arsenal and save the world. Keep praying, man. Keep praying. Keep praying. Miles over Zubi. Yeah, yeah, I would have Miles over Zubi, of course. Why not, man? Zubi hasn't been great. No, no, no. I wouldn't start Zubi. Never. And not in this game. Not in this game. I would definitely start Miles ahead of Zubi in this particular game. There is no way I can start Zubi. Even after he has rested. This game is going to be too fast for him, and he's not energetic in the midfield. Vitinha would actually destroy him in the midfield, and even Mendes would destroy him completely. Neves, I mean, I would rather have Miles. Miles is the good thing with Miles is he takes his man and he passes forward. He gets the ball, turn around, and moves the ball forward. That's what we need in this particular game. We don't have to, play with the defensive mindset where we're going to play only in the back. I want somebody who can get the ball, turn, and just drive forward. That is how Miles plays football, which would actually help us even to defend because the best way to defend is to attack. You keep the ball going, you know, as as always. So that would actually help us so much, man. Help us so much in defending as well. So that's why I'm starting with Miles. In my opinion, guys, I would start with him completely, and also, let's see here. What else do we have? Guys, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't yet. Let me look at some of the other news that I have in here, if I can. Of course, Timber is back, which is great. Hopefully, he will be able to play. For me, I mean, my only person that I want, if there is any player that I want really, really to come back, it would be Timber, man. It would be Timber. But even if it's not there, man, we will try our best, man. Mosquera is not a terrible player. The only thing is the moment that we have, I don't think he has played in moments like this where he needs to be on top of his game. But other than that, he's still a good player. He's still a good player. I would definitely keep him, in my opinion, and let him play and see what else if I need to bring in, maybe no good. No good also plays, defensive uh, football, so maybe he can play right back as well. But I hope, man, this is gonna be difficult, guys. This is gonna be super difficult. I can't even think of the best way to go with this, but I think we need. Guys, we need to bring our best game. Like if we have to win this, we need to bring our best game, guys. The best game that we have ever played would be the right time, man. If we want to win this, in my opinion. And guys, we're gonna have possibly watch along on Saturday, and you're welcome to join. Like I said, it's gonna be open watch along, or if you want to join afterwards, after we do the watch along, of course, to celebrate in case we win, that would be also massive. Even if we don't win, watch along will still be there and you will be able to give your opinion. Come on and share your thoughts and stuff like this on the game because it's gonna be super exciting to have a community. After the game is all done on Saturday, just to look at that. So let's hope everything goes well, man. And I hope Mikel Arteta, brings the best out of this team, because in pressure time like this is a moment where you want to show up. And where it matters the most, these players that we see them every day, they have to show up. Of course, PSG has had a lot of rest over us. They have rested, 2 weeks, and Arsenal played, Crystal Palace, in the game last week, and we have had 1 week of rest. That's good enough, man. And I think we have to turn up. We have to turn up and show up on Saturday and play their best football, guys, for us to take a chance or even have a chance. I would be really, really happy if we turn up and then we just tried our best and we couldn't win it. But I would be totally devastated or frustrated if we just play the game and we let PSG really controlled us. We let PSG ran all of us, and we didn't really compete. I want us to compete and bring our best version. And of course, if we lose, I will be unhappy. But I know the next season, like I said, Arsenal, if we don't win this, we don't have to be overly worried, because then following season, of course, Arsenal will go back and we will automatically win, because I've seen teams, like I said, in other some of my streams that I've done. The first season, sometimes you may not win it. You have made it to the finals. Maybe you get beaten because you lack experience in playing in the finals, but the occasion might be too big for some other players. Some players have not been in that occasion where, you're scared, you're nervous. PSG has done it, and I think they deserve, to be up there and compete, and they will be on top of us, of course. But if we can just bring down our nervousness and play without nerves and play our game and probably be there and just show up that we are here to compete and fight and beat PSG with every single balls, win every deals that come around, and show PSG that you're there to fight, that you're there to win, and you're there to really compete, and PSG will also be scared. I want us to just be there and compete and show our best version. That will be super, super exciting, and it will help us a lot, really, um, to, 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 to at least compete, because I believe this squad is good enough. I believe in Arsenal, and I believe we are capable of winning this trophy. For the first time in 20 years, this club will win the Champions League. I totally believe that, guys. And my prediction is probably 2-1. I know for sure PSG will score and Arsenal will also score. And I reckon it could be Kai Havertz, it could be Bukayo Saka, it could be Gabriel Magalhaes, set piece, ole ole. That is one aspect, guys. PSG are not good at defending. Of course, they will practice. They will practice defending because they know Arsenal are really, really good at set piece. But I think that is one method we can use. I think if we can also utilize our set pieces in this game, it might be of advantage. It might be of advantage for to us. If Arsenal, if Oliver, whatever name, not Oliver, what is his name? The set piece guy. How can I forget his name? What is his name? Set piece guy. I've got rid. Oh, guys, I've already forgotten his name. So if he can really, really train and give us the opportunity, because I think set piece might be very, very crucial for us. If we can create chances, too much chances, I think set piece might be the guy for us to win this. And I think Gabriel Magalhaes might aid in, or maybe Saliba might even aid in, or Kai Havertz, or even Gyökeres. I think we could also capitalize on the set pieces, which might be, which might be really, really good for us, because we are good at set piece, we are good at defending. Take our chances. When we get the set pieces in, we have to definitely take our chances as they come. No more short passes for corners. I hate that. It might not be effective against PSG. I want us to take the ball in. Of course, PSG has tall players. Of course, they have Dembele is a tall guy. Akimi is a kind of maybe fairly 5 something foot. What is his name? This defender here in the middle. What is his name? How can I forget even this name? Um, I forget. I forget his name. I'll remember as I go along anyway. But it's gonna be wonderful, guys. It's gonna be amazing. Drisan here saying Zubamendi. Yeah, myself with Zubamendi. I already looked at that. Start Zubi, then have MLS come off the bench. No, man. Alex, what are you talking? You are not a manager. I don't think that would work for us. Zubamendi has been horrendous. So I wouldn't love to start Superman. Absolutely no. Yeah, prime teams are known to lose finals and win it the next year. So yeah, I've seen that, man. I've seen that many times. Even Premier League teams. That's what we always do. I don't know why. Maybe because the pressure is just too much. Um, but I am hopeful we will win it this year. We are the ideal team. Of course, man. Thanks for your faithfulness, man. Thanks for your hope, giving us the hope that we need. I don't see uh, Pacho or Mag defending our set piece. Of course, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Our set piece might be super super good. It must be a weapon that we could use against PSG, because we are really really good at that. We are super good at that, and I love that we scored it against West Ham. Uh, um, and it was really really perfect. And I think if we can get back to that and use that in this final, I think it will be absolutely amazing. It will be very very important for us to get back to that and win it. It would be amazing. I mean, set piece ole ole can take us to the promised land. How wonderful would that be? How annoying would it be to the haters? Of course, how annoying would that be to the haters? Arsenal has never won the Champions League. I thought, yeah, we haven't. Yeah, we haven't. You're right. We haven't. That's why we want to win this as much as possible, man. Getting to the final is super difficult. So once you get there, why don't you give your best, man? Why don't you give your best? His name is um what's name is what? It's a loser. What do you mean, Alex? I don't understand what you're saying. Um so I mean it's going to be important for us really to use the set piece, in my opinion, for use it effectively, because that would be a weapon that we can use as a team to get this over the line. And we don't have to only depend on the set piece. We have to at least also try as much as possible, to get chances in and take the chances that will come our way. Because the only way we will be able to win this game is if we take our chances. If we lose, if we don't take our chances like we did against, Manchester City, we had, Kai Havertz should have buried some of those goals. That's the reason why, for me, I feel like Gyökeres, even if he doesn't play so well, at least he scores goals, man. He doesn't squander chances so much, unless otherwise. So definitely, I think if we can take that, build our team alongside set piece and have Gyökeres start. Of course, Trossard is our moment time. Of course, he will be on it. If Trossard can show up, and keep the only way is to shoot. If we can, keep shooting from wherever distance we can, because I know PSG can defend as well. I saw them defend against, Bayern Munich when they went home. So of course, they will attack and get the goals. That's how I saw it against Bayern Munich. They attacked so well and got their goal, and now went back to defend. That's why I'm thinking even getting a goal, first goal for ourselves, might be of advantage to us. If we can get the goal first, of course, that would be absolutely amazing for us. And not that we can just sit, and wait for PSG to come on, but at least that would mean it will give us a better, um, you know, um, would give us at least, the hope and the way at least to help us get something out, which would be amazing, guys. Which would be amazing for us to get that done. Absolutely amazing. But let's see what Mikel will do. Hopefully, Mikel will do something for us and kind of help us, get over the line. Because I think this would mean a lot to win a double in a season where people never expected us to, guys. I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, man. How wonderful. The celebration will be over the moon, of course. And guys will guys will enjoy, guys. I wanna put this guys in my hand. Guys, I have only one hand. As you already know, I hurt my fingers. So I'm trying to put this on church so I can have it running too. There you go. Hopefully you're working. So let's see if this is gonna work real quick. Yep, all right. Yeah, one of my lights was out. But it's amazing, man. What is Alex saying here? You know what they said? It's hope that kills you guys. What do you mean? You know what they say? It's hope that kills you guys. Keep to stop hoping. Guys need to stop hoping. I mean, hope is the key, man. If you can't hope, man, what else can you do? Have the faith and believe, man. Have the faith and believe. Um, PSG might also have fatigue because they have already won it a few months ago. Arsenal will be angry. Of course, I mean, Deshaun, if you have won something, you have experience, man. And your experience, man, might give you an edge over the team that has not won it. That's the only difference because PSG has won it and we haven't. And I think definitely them winning it would definitely mean, they can defend it. And Arsenal is their first time. It's a lot of pressure. And how can we cope with that pressure that we have? Like I said, this history will be extraordinarily amazing if we can come over with it. If we can come out of this pressure and win it and show to the world that at least finally we have won the Champions League, like I said, the world will go crazy. The world will be mental. The world will definitely see how much Arsenal mean to the world. Everyone, the haters, people who never thought Arsenal would be champions of Europe, they will be hiding. You will never see Alex on the chart. He will be hiding because he knows for sure the world will be absolutely mental. Oh man. Good evening, friend. We are the answer, of course, Miguel. Good to see you, man. I hope you're all well. How is your home, man? How is the family and how's everyone? I hope you're doing great. Happy, happy, happy day, man. Happy day. We're looking into the PSG game, man. Yeah, but okay, so excuse me. 5-0 against Inter is a banter. Can you even consider it pressure? I mean, like the reason why Inter Milan was walloped, was annihilated, was defeated, was demolished because they wanted to play like PSG, because they wanted to go toe to toe with PSG. Never try that against PSG. Never allow PSG to run with the ball. I tell you, stink out of the place. Stink everywhere. Disorganize to disorganize. Disorganize to organize. Play your worst football. Delay as much as you can. Never give a chance for PSG to get a rhythm of the game. Disrupt every single move for PSG. Then you will survive. Then you will survive. That is the tactic to beat PSG. If you allow Vitinha to run, if you allow Varaskelia to run, Dembele to run, you are finished. You are absolutely and completely finished. Don't give a single pace for this team if you want to win. I would rather have the most boring finals and win it. I take that. I don't want the best football for this final. For us to win, we don't have to play the best football. That is my stand, guys. I think for us to win this, we have to stink out of the place. Defend, disrupt every move, distract, take your chances if it comes, take your moments, use set pieces, play your worst football tactically and win it 1-0. That is the tactic. Don't play your best football. Don't allow PSG to play their best football. That is the tactic. What is Alex saying here? What I meant to say is, you know how the saying goes, it's the hope that kills you. Guys need to stop hoping because it will kill you. Oh no, man. Hope does not kill anybody. It's just a saying. Doesn't mean if you're saying it is gonna happen, you know. Alex, weren't you saying the same at April and we still ended up winning the title? Of course he said that. He said that. He said that, I remember. And of course, he said that I won't hide from the pretenders. That's for sure. Of course, we shall see. Wait Saturday, man. Wait Saturday. If I see you, that means you will be the man. If I don't see you completely, that means you are hiding. You know, you're hiding. But anyway, it's gonna be a good game, girl. I'm optimistic. It's gonna be a good game. It will be exciting. Will be fun, and we'll create the atmosphere. And of course, Deccan Rice would be there and doing leading the line. As long as we play our football, absolutely, we will be amazing. We will play our best game and win it. The only thing is just win. Don't worry about whatever people say. Don't worry about what PSG has. Focus on your game of football and do your best as a player. That's how I think about it. We should be win this game, and it's gonna be difficult. Of course, we know how good PSG is. We have played them many times, and I've seen the way PSG play. Unless if they changes, we PSG is a beatable team. They can be beat. It's not that they are, they are the biggest team that cannot be beat completely. And we haven't lost any game this season. That gives me confidence, give me confidence. I mean, because it's amazing. It's the pressure. Sometimes when you have the pressure, embrace it. Embrace it. Make history, make history, and let it just flow over your skin. And enjoy every single moment. You're born for this. Arsenal, you are born to be winners. You're born to be successful. You're born to be the team that will bring the first Champions League at home. Go out there and do it. And silence the world. Let the Alex speak about hope's killing. And then they will realize that hope is actually the greatest thing you can ever have. Hope and belief and faith will lead you to the promised land. It's a big one. Of course, it's going to be a big one. We cannot underestimate the quality of PSG. We cannot also underestimate, how quality as Arsenal. We have been the best team in Europe. We have shown it over 8 games, won all those games over the games that we played in the knockouts, got some few draws and won a few. We have made it. Why can we not do it in the finals? It's just one off a game. It's not gonna be two legs game. It's just one game, and you'll be champions of the world, champions of Europe, and we will be celebrating and having the parade on Sunday. I think it's Sunday or Monday with the two trophies in our cabinet. How great of a feeling would this trophy that you see in the back? How great would it be for us to celebrate with the two trophies, the biggest trophies in the world of soccer or in the world of football? It will be amazing. Just go and embrace the challenge. And do your best, guys. Do your best. Has fun. Let's just go there and scream and shout and pick up our teams whenever things are not going well. For us, we're going to do the watch along. We got to be positive. Whatever happens, I will be keeping it positive and supporting the team till the end. If it goes to the penalties, I will be there to support them. And I believe this team can do it, guys. I genuinely believe this team can do it. I think if you're overconfident sometimes, that's what kills you. PSG is over the moon and they know that they have done it and they're thinking maybe Arsenal is not capable of winning against them. We saw how Chelsea demolished them in the World Club, whatever championship they did in here in the US. I think we can take some lessons from Chelsea. We can take some lessons from the games that PSG has lost in the recent years and go do it. And go do it. Guys, it's been amazing. It's been wonderful. Um, we might have another stream tomorrow before Saturday if all goes well. I have to go see my doctor for my hand tomorrow and Friday. Um, so I might be able to do a stream or not, but I will let you know on the community. So if everything goes well, then possibly we will have another stream just to talk about transfers and still, build up this game. I haven't really discussed what I think might give us the edge over PSG. For me, our defense will lead the line, and our defense will give us so much. If we can just focus on defending and keeping, giving no chances to PSG, that would be amazing for us. Absolutely would be amazing. We got to keep every single ball off our 18-yard box. We don't have to give a space to PSG. Focus and build the midfield to the level that you think, you know, they will try and it doesn't go. Raya has to be on top of his game. Every single player, every Arsenal player has to be the game of their lives. For me, we are capable of beating PSG. We have the capability of doing it. We have the capacity to do it. We have the players who can do it. And it's just all about the belief. It's just about the belief. So let's go and do it and have fun on Saturday. That's how I can end it today. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you have any question before I close in, please put it on there. If you have any desire to be part of the watch along on on Saturday, please let me know. Go to my Twitter and you can look for the Arsenal stand. Look for this logo here. You'll be happy to see it right there. Um, and you'll find me on X. You'll find me on TikTok. Of course, the Arsenal stand. You'll find me on Instagram as well. So everywhere you can find me. And that would be amazing to discuss and see if you want to be part of the stream on Saturday. And I was to share you the link ahead of time before we join for the watch along. It's going to be massive party, and hopefully it will be exciting at the end of it all after we finish the whole game. Guys, it's been absolutely amazing talking with you guys. Rishan is saying here, see you at the watch along, man, brother. Have a good one. Great, man. Thank you so much. I will hopefully, I'll do that and then see you all the way on Saturday. But big up to yourself every time, everywhere. Big up to yourself. Absolute legend to you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. For those ones watching later, also hype the stream when you leave and like the stream as well and share. And we will meet again tomorrow. One love to each one of you. Absolute legends.